Welcome back. The Holocaust Museum Houston aims to preserve the memory of those who perished and the stories of those who survived for future generations.
The museum is home to 4 permanent galleries and 2 changing exhibits, including the new Mandela Struggle for Freedom exhibit. Houston Life reporters Lauren Kelly and Joe Sam are taking us inside this unique facility today, and we have Lauren up first to give us a peek. Hi, Lauren.
Hey guys, you know, lots of Jewish families over the weekend, including my own, celebrated Rosh Hashanah, which means the new year. It's the new year for the Jewish religion, so you ate apples and honey to signify a sweet new year. Now we're taking you inside Holocaust Museum Houston to learn about past events, and no better person than to speak with than the CEO, Miss Kelly Zuniga, is here with me today. Now, when people think of Holocaust Museum Houston, they think of one major event. But we're also here to tell you that there's plenty more here than just the Holocaust exhibit.
Yes, as a matter of fact, we're standing here at the Human Rights Gallery, which is a permanent exhibition that talks about what happened after the Holocaust and how did the human rights movement begin. And so it provides that history, and you're going to learn about the Universal Declaration of Human Rights and exemplars, individuals like Nelson Mandela that have made a difference in our society today.
We were talking about some of these rights, and inside this large room, there's tons of information on the wall. There's videos, there's artifacts, and it really takes you from start to finish to today and helps you understand exactly the way that things began and how they're going, right? You can come in here and you can learn all about it.
Absolutely, and especially for young children, that they can learn about the history of human rights, but also how can they make a difference today? And how can they work with social justice-oriented nonprofits that want to make a difference in Houston? So we really encourage you to take action and learn how to do that here at Holocaust Museum Houston.
Absolutely. I would suggest everybody in the city come by at least once in their lifetime to learn about the amazing things in this building. First of all, I do want to point out, if you guys want to come with me this way, this beautiful piece of artwork. Kelly, can you tell us about this?
Yes, this is the Katz family butterfly loft, which is representative of the 1.5 million children that perished in the Holocaust. So every butterfly is a symbol of a child that was perished in the Holocaust. But it also is a symbol of hope and how we can learn from our past mistakes and for a better future.
Absolutely. It's just beautiful. I just absolutely love that installation here. And also coming up a little bit later on in the show, our other Houston Life reporter, my co-host, my partner here, Joe Sam, is here. You guys have a brand new Mandela exhibit that we're going to get into.
Yes, we do. In fact, it's the U.S. premiere of the Mandela exhibition here at Holocaust Museum Houston.
That's fantastic. Well, Kelly, thank you for your time. He's also going to tell us how we can get into the museum on free coming up this Saturday. Derek and Courtney, back to you guys.
Lauren, very nice. It is such a beautiful building. They had that big rebuild, the renovation a few years ago, so it is a must visit.
Absolutely. Lauren, thanks so much. And we look forward to seeing Joe Sam. As you just heard, he's going to get a look inside the new Nelson Mandela Struggle for Freedom exhibit at the Holocaust Museum.
Plus details on what Lauren just said, how you and your family can experience the museum for free this weekend. We'll be right back.
Well, the Holocaust Museum Houston just debuted a brand new exhibit called Mandela Struggle for Freedom, which takes a look back at Nelson Mandela's journey, plus his fight for justice and human dignity.
Houston Life reporter Joe Sam is highlighting the new exhibit and its relevance to issues today. Joe, tell us what you're seeing.
Well, we're seeing a lot, Courtney and Derek, very interactive elements that they have here at the Holocaust Museum Houston, just like this recreation of 7x8 cell of Nelson Mandela that you can see here. And it's very interactive because when you walk inside, you can actually see the movie that plays, and it gives you the sense of the 18 years that he spent inside of his cell fighting for freedom, equality, and racial justice. So, of course, we're going to go ahead and talk right now to the CEO, Ms. Kelly, here to give us some information about this interactive exhibit that people can come and check out themselves.
Well, it is truly interactive, and we have 40 artifacts that you can look at that are quite interesting. But it is interactive from the standpoint of video, film, and we have an interesting touch screen that we're going to take a look at in a few moments.
So, actually, let's get ready to start taking a look at what we can see here in this exhibit, because there's there are so many different things that people can see when they come here, just like all of the different stories that they see painted back here on the backgrounds as we walk through. So explain to us a little bit about what is the importance of this all, making sure that we showcase Nelson Mandela's life and what he was fighting for so long, as we already know, president of South Africa and such a strong leader within every community?
Well, I think from the standpoint that he stood up for human rights for everyone, not only just in South Africa, but all over the world. And it became a worldwide movement to fight apartheid. And after all of his struggles, being in prison for 27 years, he still had this amazing heart for healing the country of South Africa.
And when we talk about healing, we're going to continue seeing that as we walk through this exhibit here, because it takes you through all of the oppression that we've seen, but then the joy that came from it after he did what he did and the fight that he had to fight. We can see this here, what we were talking about earlier, over 100 people who had to see these come through, these huge tanks, unimaginable as we talk about that now. And you have a replica of that here as well, just to give people the imagery of what was happening.
And this is also from the standpoint of generational. That's important. You know, his struggle was 48 years in length. And so think about the generations that grew up during this time period. And this particular area was about repression. And the fact that at this point in time in the 80s, a whole generation of individuals fighting for their human rights as well and joining the movement with Mandela.
Absolutely. And when we talk about that interactive element, you guys, come walk over here, because we actually can see what people can do when we talk about safety precautions too. We have everything that we need with the gloves. We can create our own posters here. When we come in, we can choose the colors of the poster, and we can choose what we want to make on the posters. And then once we finish creating that, it's broadcasted here.
Shows right up here, which is actually a lot of fun.
And I think a lot of people will get a good gist of it all, just on how this was actually created for them to come and enjoy here with these interactive elements. Tell people when they can come and check this out, because I know it's going to be free for people this weekend.
Yes, this Saturday is our Human Rights Expo, and I'd like to encourage everyone to come. And it's free all day from 10 to 5. Please go online and register, time register, because we expect a lot of people to come and see the Mandela exhibition. So register for your time ticket, and we'll look forward to seeing you here at that time.
Absolutely, Ms. Kelly. Thank you so much for that information. We're going to have all of that information as well on our website so that you can check out those tickets and come and check out this amazing exhibit, Mandela, Struggle for Freedom. Back to you, Courtney Derrick.
Oh, Joe, thanks so much. It's great to see that, get a sneak peek of that. There's so much, and I love that it's so interactive as well.
Very nice. An incredible life he lived.